Chooky B.
And now, you are listening to the Team Heel Podcast, brought to you by Spreadshirt.com. Team Heel Podcast.spreadshirt.com.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are now live here. This is episode 223 of the Team Heel Podcast. We are live here on YouTube.com. Thank you all for listening to us live. If you're not listening to us live, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You can catch this excuse me there, I just burped there. You can catch this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, also over at the TuneIn Radio. That's a download, listen to on the go. You can also follow this podcast on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. And just to name a few, we thank you all for tuning in this week live. We'll be taking your live call in just a little bit tonight. So if you guys want to call into the show, you are guys more than welcome to later on in the show when we let you guys know when it's the right time to take calls. But again, guys, thank you all for tuning in live. If you're new here, hit that big old sub button down below and give this a big old follow as always. As always, I am the man himself, the fat fuck himself. I am the one they call Heel Steven. But as always, I am not alone here. I'm not alone, guys. I am never alone here in this wonderful world that we call this humble little podcast that we do for each and every single one of you. And I'm joined here by my co-host here. My co-host, as always, the one, the only, Walter, Knowledge of Wrestling. Walter, how are you, buddy?
It's splendid, you know. I'm excited for the snow tomorrow. Well, actually, it's not supposed to snow that much, but you know, apparently it snowed a lot in the south today. I feel bad. It was a lot, so I mean, I felt bad because I don't know, because they don't have power now and it's crazy out there. I don't know. It snowed there before here, so that's what I'm shocked about.
So you're shocked about the snow, pretty much. You're shocked.
No, I'm shocked that it snowed in the south first, then over here.
I can imagine. Just Kevin was trying to fix the audio settings here. If that possibly
they don't got the snow plows over there, so.
I know. They don't got that shit over there. And I'm also joined here by our good old friend here, a buddy, Chase. Chase, how are you, buddy? All from California.
I'm doing good, minus those fires that are destroying everything nearby me. But other than that, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I want to hear, before we continue, I want to hear how it's coming off. All right, cool. We're good. Awesome. Just want to make sure, because sometimes, dude, I'll be very real with you. So yesterday, my computer updated. So Windows updated for some reason, and it put all my settings on default, right? So you can imagine today I had to come back home from work, just literally quickly edit everything back to the way it was, and I'm not sure if I did it right or not. So that little part of me is a little paranoid, all right? But hopefully people can hear both you and Chase, Walter. But guys, been a crazy week, if some would say. We're almost at Clash of Champions. But guys, also if you want to get interact with us, also to do that also is in the chat and interact with us, all that fun stuff. But there's so much stuff to get into. Also some UFC news as well. Chase, I'm sure you heard the big news. GSP had to vacate the UFC middleweight title.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, huge news about that. I knew it was coming. Whether he had the disease or not, we knew it was coming. He was going to vacate that title. He didn't want to stay at middleweight for the longest time. So,
Yeah. And I guarantee you right now, there's a lot of heavyweights as well that are going to move up to go down to 205. But we'll get into that just a little bit as well. We'll get into that a little bit. Guys, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff with Sheamus. Apparently, Sheamus has a career-ending injury. Some would say Ronda Rousey is allegedly, like, literally on her way to WWE. Some people are saying that too. There's talks of WWE apparently considering an Australian global warning pay-per-view in 2018 as well. And as well, we also saw on Monday the official debut of Woken Matt Hardy. There's so much stuff to get into this week. So where do you guys want to start off with this? What do you guys want to start off with?
Walter, where do you want to start off with? There's a lot that I want to say about each of these topics, but which one do you want to start off with?
They're all fucking crazy. Honestly, the Sheamus one has to be the most recent one, right? Because that's definitely the most recent. I only heard it once today, and then here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about good old Shamo first. Let's talk about
Sheamus.
Good old Shamo. Let's talk about Shamo real quick.
Yeah, apparently there's news that he had like a career-threatening injury. Last week it was WWE claimed Sheamus was absent from Monday Night Raw because he was back in Ireland visiting family. However, Dave Meltzer reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter this week that wasn't the real reason.
You mean Dave Meltzer and all his lies, Steven?
Yeah, all the lies.
All the lies that Dave Meltzer likes to spread.
All the lies. All the lies. All the lies of Dave Meltzer. Dave the Liar Meltzer. Steven. Just saying, okay?
Yeah. All the lies that he likes to spray, all his hatred lies, not just any lies, his hatred lies. But no, we're not saying Dave Meltzer is lying. It's just a pun. It's a joke.
All right, cool. I'm getting a little paranoid with the audio. All right, so apparently Dave Meltzer reported that the Wrestling Observer newsletter that was out of action last week because he was at a trip back in Ireland. He's actually rehabbing a spinal stenosis, which is not a good thing at all, as Meltzer noted. Spinal stenosis ended the careers of Edge and Steve Austin. This could be bad news for the three-time WWE champion. Sheamus has suffered a number of injuries during his professional wrestling career, including a pre-WWE neck injury that kept him out of action for 2 years, a torn labrum in 2014 that kept him off television for 6 months. Spinal stenosis is defined as a narrowing of the spinal canal, which causes the spine to compress, as Meltzer mentioned. Spinal stenosis what caused both Steve Austin and Edge to retire, as both suffered multiple severe neck injuries over the course of their careers. So it's one of those things right now where it's really, really crazy to just think. Because think about this right now. Sheamus, say what you want about it. I know a lot of folks that call Sheamus lame-oos, what have you. But I'll be real about it. The whole bar tag team, I'm digging it. Okay? And it'd be ashamed. It would be a real, real shame if he has to go out because of his injury. It'd be a real shame. What do you guys think?
Real shame. Hell yeah, because this is what is making Sheamus, a little relevant, him and Cesaro. Honestly, yeah, I feel bad too if this is really this injury that is compared to Edge and Steve Austin. Then, it sucks. But he's accomplished. He's done pretty much everything you can do in the WWE. So, obviously, I still feel bad for him. But, I mean, he has a nice career, even though, obviously, not a lot of people were a fan of his. But he had his moments. I mean, I'm saying, he's retiring. But, if he does, decide to call it quits early, I mean, it's fine. It's fine for him. I think he has to do what's best for him. It would be a shame to see him go because, him and Cesaro, they're keeping that tag team division just a little relevant. So, it'd be sad, but I think he could end it whenever he wants to. So,
what do you think, Chase?
Yeah, just spinal stenosis, that's something to mess around with. It's such a shame too because, like we said, the bar has been a good act for the WWE. I've always said, and it's an unpopular opinion, I prefer Cesaro as a tag team wrestler more than a singles wrestler because I think he just meshes well with almost anyone on the main roster when it comes to being a tag team. So the thing that I'm gonna miss the most is seeing these two, because like Sheamus, I've always liked Sheamus. I thought Sheamus is a good worker. You know, like he's boring as a main event singles guy, but overall as a talent, he can put on a good match with almost anyone on the roster. Sheamus versus Big Show at Hell in a Cell. I remember people were shitting all over the fact that those two were going to wrestle, and arguably they put on the best match that night. So when it comes to, and Sheamus and Del Rio, as people hated the feud, and I think the reason why people hated the feud was because, you know, at that time Sheamus did squash Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan fans are a bit whiny and always want to have it where it's Daniel Bryan's way or the highway type of deal. So when it came down to it, a lot of people weren't giving Sheamus a fair chance when he was World Heavyweight Champion. And to each their own. I felt his reign was still boring just because WWE made him boring. But I felt a lot of people were like literally not giving Sheamus any chance whatsoever because he squashed the legend hero of the IWC, the greatest wrestler of all time, Steven, if you don't know, in Daniel Bryan. But when it comes down to it, Sheamus is still a good talent, and it would suck for WWE because, like, I don't care what anyone says, losing a guy like Sheamus hurts the company, man, because he has everything that a lot of wrestlers wish they had. You know, he has the look. His look is unique. Whatever you want to say about him, I can't tell you I've run into a bunch of big Irish fellows like Sheamus every single day of the week. He covers the major ground of the UK, which the WWE still, for whatever reason, has trouble reaching that market. So say what you want about him, like I said, but he covers a lot of good ground for the WWE, and he's done a lot of good business for the company. So say what you want. Say what you, like I said, say what you want. Sheamus is a legit good guy for the company. It's gonna be a shame if he has to retire. And also too, because like his work with Cesaro is so good right now. Like besides the Usos, tell me which tag team, minus the Shield, of course, because they're the Shield. But besides the Usos, tell me a tag team better than the Bar.
There you go, exactly. I mean, you have to go down to NXT. Then again, nah, not really.
Who's really in NXT tag? NXT tag team wise, who's in NXT that's worth a damn? To be honest.
The Undisputed Era, man. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, man. The Authors of Pain, man.
Yeah, no, NXT's tag team division is kind of I wouldn't say terrible, but I wouldn't say it's not what it used to be. It's not with like the DIYs, the revivals. Like, I mean, the revival, this should be a good tag team, but these guys, like, I don't know what Dash and Dawson are doing. They jack each other off and then they injure their biceps or something. They're little pussies.
Absolutely, but well, again, hopefully it's not. Again, it's serious. This could be a serious injury if it really goes down. They has to retire. It'd be a shame because again, in a way, it also fucks over Cesaro, and this would not be the first time this happened to him. Remember, Tyson Kidd was another one. Tyson Kidd.
Maybe Cesaro is like a kiss of death. You team with him and bad shit happens. I mean, Chris Hero became fat. Tyson Kidd broke his neck. And now Sheamus has a spinal stenosis. Maybe Cesaro's a kiss of death. Have we ever thought about that?
Interesting.
Bad luck.
Bad luck, man. It's definitely a bad
luck. Wait. Who? Oh, Swagger. Think about Swagger, too, the Real Americans. Swagger got busted for weed and everything. You know, Swagger didn't have a good push anymore after teaming with Cesaro. Cesaro's a kiss of death, man.
Yeah, but Swagger really fucked himself over.
Who else did Cesaro team up with? Cesaro's teamed up with a lot of fuckers in the WWE. Who else has he teamed up with that are also kiss of death?
We mentioned Ono. We mentioned Jack Swagger. We mentioned who else did we mention? No, he wasn't even in the fucking Real American in the fucking World Elite or whatever the fuck that group was. The United Nations.
United Nations.
Yeah, Sheamus group. Yeah, he wasn't with Rusev, and Del Rio, and who else was it? Barrett. Bad News Barrett.
Why wasn't he in there? I just realized that.
Because at the time,
wasn't he? I think he was injured. He could have been injured, man. Cesaro's either injured or in the tag team division. There's like no middle ground between this guy.
Exactly. Yeah, and. So we'll see. Again, I think at the same time, I'd rather see Cesaro as a tag team competitor than an actual singles guy.
Yeah, because they try with the singles.
Because WWE will push him, and then they'll just give up on him and be like, "Oh, he can't talk, so we don't want to push him anymore." So, I don't know what. No, they just give up on him too easily, man. Like he's good. I'm not sure Cesaro's a bad wrestler. I just prefer him in the tag team scene because he tends to do much better when he's teaming with someone than when he's a singles guy and WWE doesn't know what to do with him. I just want to see Cesaro on TV, and I noticed that when he's in the tag team, he's more on TV than when he's a singles serious. I want to win a world title wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on from this, we'll see how this progresses as time goes on. Hopefully, again, it's not to the point he has to retire or be ashamed, but we'll see where this goes. So on Monday night, we saw it finally. He finally came. We knew he'd come.
I knew you'd come.
Yes. Woken or Broken, depending how we want to call him, Matt Hardy. He came out in his whole broken gimmick. They did this whole dual promo, him and Chase's favorite wrestler, Bray Wyatt.
Oh, dude, the greatest, dude. The greatest wrestler of all time, Bray Wyatt, dude.
The eater of pins, yo. The eater of pins.
The eater of pins. The guy, he puts over more wrestlers than anyone else in the world, dude. He's the greatest, dude.
He should be in the Hall of Fame with that.
Oh, exactly, dude. Totally.
Hall of Fame, yo. IRS should induct him, yo, for real, yo.
I should induct him. I'll just be like, you put me to sleep more times than anyone else. I love you. You're the cure to insomnia. You and who's the demon again? That little fuck nugget.
Fergal? Finn Balor?
Yeah, Fergal, yeah. Oh, dude, I'm so happy. Thank God people finally woke up and realized. But we're not talking about loser wrestlers. We're talking about a real winner here. Talk about a real wrestler right now.
Matt Hardy, dude. So broken Matt Hardy. Or Woken, depending on how you want to call. So again, they did this whole dual promo where Bray spoke first, then Matt interrupted, the crowd went ape shit, and this whole back and forth. It's pretty much, okay, it's not broken, it's Woken. But it has the same characteristics that he had at one time over there in TNA, GFW, Impact, whatever the fuck they're called. Pretty much. It is crazy because apparently, per Ed Norholm, apparently, in the new contracts coming up for all the Impact guys, they are able to use their Impact persona on the indie circuit and also once they leave Impact Wrestling. And also the whole fact that apparently they decided to let go of the whole broken gimmick. To give up on the lawsuit, what have you. So that's why Matt now has it. And again, at the right time. Because think about it, Jeff is coming back anytime soon. Jeff is gone with his injury. And the last thing you want to have is Matt just be there and just eat pins and not do anything at all and squander him. I'll be real about it. I thought at one moment, oh, fuck, they're going to pair him with Jason Jordan.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know that. Thank God this lawsuit dropped because I guarantee you he would be like with Jason Jordan right now. We would be seeing this terrible Jason Jordan. And I've always been a Matt Hardy fan. Always loved Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's been one of my little favorite wrestlers. And thank God that he's not stuck with this Jason Jordan gimmick, man. Oh my, that would just be so terrible. Hey Matt, let's go out there and let's go win these tag team titles. Yes, that would be awesome to win the title. Thank God that now he's goofy. Yes, oh yeah, that. Thank God he's that instead of teaming with Jason Jordan because just absolutely terrible. Jason, I could do a whole show of how terrible Jason Jordan is, but I think all of us can. That's neither the time or the place. But yeah, man, it's about damn time. I know a lot of people skeptic, worried, and you have every right to be so because it's WWE. But all I care about, and I know maybe everyone would expect me out of all people to say, "Oh, don't be excited about this." I'm saying this. I just want Matt Hardy to have fun. I enjoyed watching Matt Hardy's shtick with the broken stuff in TNA, and I want to enjoy watching it in WWE. And as long as Matt Hardy, the performer, is having fun doing this, that's all I care about. I care less if it turns out to be a rousing success. I don't care if he's not a main eventer because of this shtick. Because here's the thing. A lot of people that are worried that oh, well, Vince doesn't like this. It's not a WWE creation. It's not going to turn out well. Keep in mind, too, I'm just saying, man, like the New Day. Do you think Vince signs off on everything? Well, probably does. But do you think Vince looks at the New Day and says like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Put unicorn horns on your head. That's awesome. Yeah, very excellent." Like, do you think Vince like thinks that idea is awesome? I don't think so. That's why like some people got to understand. As long as this stays in the mid card, Matt Hardy has a chance, and that's what people don't understand. A lot of people like to like go on and be like, "Oh, Vince won't give it a shot. He won't understand." Blah 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 blah. It's like you gotta realize, as long as this is a mid card gimmick, it won't matter all that fucking much. That's what fans are not understanding. Fans like to like always go to the negative right away, and like I said, rightfully so. It's WWE. They haven't really shown us anything worthwhile in the few years. Okay, I get it, but at the same time, I believe since this is a mid card gimmick, this will be fine. So I'm not asking for Matt Hardy to win the world title. Look, Matt Hardy could easily win the world title. That's fine. I have no problem with that because at the end of the day, there's not really that many worthy wrestlers to be world champions in today's professional wrestling environment. But don't worry about that. This gimmick will succeed because as long as this fucker is still in the mid card, he should be fine. That's my personal opinion. That's all I gotta say about it.
No, it was crazy too. Apparently, those people saying about, oh well, Vince, he understand. Apparently, Vince has given Matt his complete 100% blessing on it. He loves the character, and not only that, but apparently, this is what I'm hearing. Take this for what it's worth. Apparently, Vince has given Matt full creative control in this character.
Good.
And how often do we hear that? How often unless you're Cena?
Well, he gives the New Day full creative control. People don't like to admit that. They just like to think that Vince hates everything. But the New Day has full creative control. Like I said, do you think Vince approves of them coming out of a box of Booty-O's and shit like that? Like, yeah, he approves it, but do you think he likes it? No. He just lets them do whatever they want. That's what I'm saying. If the New Day can succeed, why are people worried about Matt Hardy in a mid card or lower card having Vanguard 1 fly around the arena looking to delete Bray Wyatt? Like, obviously, these people, like, I bet you, like, Cena will get his hands on it and, like, be like, hey, I want to feud with this. And that'll be good for him, too. But, like, once again, as long as it's, like, not in the world title or the universal title scene, I don't think Vince worries that much. And if it gets that hot where he would put a world title, yeah, he would put a world title on Matt Hardy because he knows nostalgia acts fucking work. Because think about it. Look at all your past world champions. None of them are really that current, great, bright stars. They're all nostalgia acts. You can even argue AJ Styles is a nostalgia act at this point with his TNA credentials.
They don't want none.
I'm just saying, man, he could be. You could consider him a nostalgia act, man. Everyone's like, oh yeah, never thought TNA type of deal. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
even Bobby Roode, even Bobby Roode, even Joe to an extent. I mean,
yeah, like people always go like, oh, I can't believe they're here. They're from TNA. Wow, these TNA guys winning shit in WWE. Good for them. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like for me personally, I wouldn't be surprised if Vince gives this like a full approval. You know, like says like, oh yeah, I'll make Matt Hardy world champion because if Matt makes money, and if Matt is what's it called, and if Matt does good business, then yeah, he's gonna make a world champion. And I can't wait to see what Brother Nero is going to do. The nefarious Brother Nero.
Yeah, and apparently as well, keep this in mind, from what I've been hearing too, WWE is in the works of a 24 special with the Hardy Boys. So from what I saw, apparently someone took a picture of them actually interviewing Rebby Hardy. So you best believe they're going to mention the whole Broken Universe. I'm pretty sure we'll once again see Dixie Carter. Like we saw, remember for Kurt Angle? I remember for his 24 special, we saw Dixie pop out. I'm pretty sure we'll see the same thing here. But again, I'm happy for Matt, just like you are. And hopefully, again, and you know what? The whole Bray Wyatt thing, I think that's a good start for this character to work with. And from there, we'll see where to go. Walter, what about you, bro? What do you think on all this, man?
All right. Well, my shower was interfering. That's why I didn't say much, and it still is. But honestly, I like it because, like you guys were saying, Matt Hardy is gonna be fucking irrelevant without that, without the Woken, whatever that gimmick is now. So why not let it ride out? Either he feuds with someone big, he feuds with Bray Wyatt for now. I know that's kind of a loser feud, but well, I can't say it. I think people kind of want to see something like that. You know, it's something for Wyatt to do, I guess, something for Hardy to start with, like you said. Why not? I mean, there shouldn't be anyone complaining about this. It's something for Matt Hardy to enjoy, and something we should all enjoy. Maybe, who knows? This could either get him to the main event scene because he's never won a world title, man. And I think with this gimmick, at least,
technically in that other company, he did.
That don't count. I'm talking about the main company.
He won the TNA title. Who cares? That's whatever, dude. It's like Cody Rhodes walking around being like, "I'm the real champ on Ring of Honor." Shut the fuck up. You didn't do shit. No, it's true. It's like I know a lot of wrestling fans are gonna say we're ignorant WWE fanboys or whatever, but it's like the thing is, no one remembers. Oh yeah, I totally remembered Austin Aries as Ring of Honor World Champion in his 39 days before he lost to Samoa Joe. Like maybe sure you do, but not these casuals. And the thing is, we all want to see Matt Hardy win the WWE title. How many people, like AJ Styles is like a gajillion time TNA World Champion, IWGP Heavyweight Champion, and stuff like that. But how many people were like, oh, I can't believe he won the WWE Championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people were like marking out that he won the WWE Championship or saying that he needs to win? He needs. Not that he could or it'd be nice to win. He needs to win the WWE Championship for his WWE career to mean anything or his wrestling career. People, AJ Styles even knows it himself. That he said it himself. People know what I do now that I'm on WWE, and when I carry the WWE Championship, feels a lot better than carrying another world title. That's what I'm saying. Just saying.
I hear you.
People like to say, "Oh no, it's not that WWE is not that big of a deal. The world title's overrated." Yet you people judge people's careers based off if they don't win this non-prestigious title in your eyes.
Yep.
Just saying. I'm just trying to get that point out there.
How dare you? Casuals do know about David Richard, Tyler Black, Death Before the Sun, and Ring of Honor. How dare you? I'm just saying, imagine.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know, man. I thought Davey Richards retired to become a fake nurse. Doctor. Is he like, has he killed anyone yet? Yeah, he's probably like the worst nurse ever, man. He probably literally like killed 2 people or something.
I don't know. He's probably out there. I got divorced. So. Hey.
Oh, really?
Did he just get married and had a baby?
Yeah.
What the fuck? He got
well, if you go on Angelina Love's Instagram account, right? It does say single mother.
Oh my god.
Dude, Davey Richards, man, just a terrible human being. I knew it all along. Too. I called it.
And we're not just saying that because hey, he started with me 2 years ago and shit. No, it is what it is, man.
He always came off as a douche.
To quote UFC featherweight champ Max Holloway, it is what it is, man.
Fuck him, dude. I can't wait till that guy gets knocked out, man. I never wanted Conor because like this dude hasn't beat Conor. See, here's one thing. It's fun if like you beat the guy before and it's like Nate, where Nate can do whatever the fuck he wants because like really, to be honest, he don't need to prove anything. But Max Holloway, you lost to Conor the last time you fought, and then you're all coming out here and be like, well, that's the 2015 champ. It's the blessed era. Well, I'm not blessed that you're my champion. I hope my boy Brian Ortega knocks out Cub Swanson this weekend. Well, he won't do that, but I hope he beats Cub Swanson. I like Cub Swanson, but my boy Brian Ortega's a beast. And then he comes after you, and he knocks your dumb ass out. Fuck Max Holloway, dog.
Oh, dude.
Him and Tony Ferguson, dude, these giant El Kukui, yeah, dude. These fuckers with giant ass ears, fucking Dumbos running the UFC, man. And the UFC wonders why their ratings are down and why some of their biggest stars are going to the WWE. That's called a segue, Steven.
That's called a segue. We'll get back to the UFC. We'll get back to the UFC in a little bit.
I was talking about Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, no, we are. We're about to talk. So, I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but last week we mentioned that apparently Ronda Rousey, there's a video where we saw Ronda training with Natty. So apparently Ronda's launching a website, RondaRousey.com. It's pretty much her own social media outlet, right? For her life, what she's doing and shit like that. And apparently there's been talks now. It's really crazy now. There's talks that she's literally 1 foot in WWE. 1 foot in WWE already. It's gonna happen. So they say. And people are throwing ideas, at WrestleMania, we'll end up seeing, the battle of the four horsewomen, right? Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, and Bailey, the Hippo, versus, the four horsewomen MMA, Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey,
Why?
Jasmine Dukes. Yeah, that's the plan for that was what we were saying for WrestleMania, right? Also, keep this in mind. From also what I've been hearing too, there's also consideration to have, because again, they're planning to do that women's Royal Rumble, right? Now that you have Absolution and that Riot crew from SmackDown Live, right?
The Riot Squad, Steven.
Yeah, the Riot Squad.
Riot crew.
Riot Squad.
I'm sorry. Okay,
When I look at not just one T, two T's.
Two T's, yeah. So I'm sorry. When I look at Absolution, Mandy Rose is Mandy Stratus. I'm sorry, she's Mandy Stratus.
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. She's a goddess, dude. How dare you, man?
She's Mandy Stratus, Mito, bro.
Wow.
It was good.
Fuck you, dude. You're such a hater, man. I love Mandy Rose. I told people my top 5 favorite female wrestlers right now. Mandy Rose is 1, Kairi Sane is 2, Mandy Rose 3, Mandy Rose 4, and then Mandy Rose 5. Like, she is just such a... Like, I told you guys about my NXT event where I got her over, right? Everyone was all chanting Mandy Wrestling after the show. So, I love her.
All right. But so the idea is, okay, there's plans to have Ronda be put in this match and have Ronda win the Rumble. Which, I get it. For a lot of fans, the hardcore wrestling fans, they'll frown on it because how dare she? But obviously WWE wants their ESPN moment. But now also what I've been hearing, speculations, keep this in mind, okay? It's not official. They're planning to do a WrestleMania, Ronda Rousey versus Asuka.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Asuka's gonna be. She knows her O's gonna go. If that's the case, her O is gonna go.
Yeah, she still hasn't lost since making her debut on the main roster. So that's gone. That's gone. And that's going to piss off a lot of fans, man.
I know it's going to be a kill on the internet. The live reviews going to be all upset about that. How dare have Connor lose to Ronda? It's bullshit, man.
I mean, because like at the end of the day, they're failing at building up Asuka like she's some Bill Goldberg who could stop her, who's next type of wrestler. But at the same time, it's like, who on the main roster right now is believable at stopping Asuka? And I'm just saying in a sense where it's like, you need someone like Ronda Rousey to beat Asuka, which is fine. Like, that's why I'm not going to be pissed at it, because to me, if this was old WWE, if this was like WWE back in the 80s or back in the 90s or even early 2000s, oh yeah, man, this would be a great storyline. It makes sense. It'd be something that, fans would actually be behind. A legit fighter. Like, I mean, Mike Tyson knocked out Shawn Michaels. People were behind that shit in '98. This is something that's legit. People were cool with Ken Shamrock transitioning from MMA to wrestling. So that's why, for me personally, I'm fine with Ronda Rousey doing this. Like, she can do whatever she wants, man. And she's obviously what's it called? She can do whatever she wants. She's a huge star. That's why, for me personally, I'm just saying this. I'm fine with her beating Asuka because I don't think at the end of the day it does anything terrible for the company.
What do you think, bro?
It's fine because Asuka, she's nice and all, but they're not really doing much with her, and I don't think it'd feel too bad if Ronda did beat her if that match ever happened. Whatever they do, they definitely need to lock up Ronda before, maybe Rumble time at least, or even before Mania. Definitely before Mania if you're going to have her, wrestle at Mania. But yeah, it's going to attract some fans, clearly. She's not, as hyped as she was when she was dominant, but she's still somewhat, relevant. So it's fine. I know this is going to happen. This deal's pretty much done. We just need to know when is she going to debut, which could be around Rumble time because, they're doing that women's Rumble and shit. And so that should be interesting.
Okay, so what does the winner get? Like, do they get to decide which champion they want to fight? Like, I'm sorry.
So to my understanding, okay, now keep this in mind. There's just still blueprints right now, but from what I've been hearing, they're planning to do, I guess 10 women, 7 women from Raw, I guess 8 women from SmackDown, I guess 1 girl from NXT. I could be wrong, but the idea is
one special guest appearance.
Maybe so. With the winner getting a shot at the respective brand women's champion at WrestleMania.
Wait, so the plan is to give Asuka the women's title and then Ronda winning it?
I would assume so. Now, again, there's so many ideas
that
that are
works.
happening. Again, we don't even know what's going to happen. For all we know, it could end up being Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte, for all we fucking know.
No, no. That I like. See, here's the thing. I like the idea of Rousey versus Asuka because Asuka needs someone on a high level to maybe challenge / beat her. I do not care about Charlotte versus Ronda. That's like selling me Ronda Rousey versus Sarah McMahon on pay-per-view. This is compared to like Ronda Rousey versus Misha Tate. Like, you're not selling me on this Ronda Rousey Charlotte crap. I'm sorry. I don't care if her dad is Ric Flair. That's not going to sell me on this at all.
I'll tell you about it. You know what's funny too? Apparently, again, people are speculating, but one person who's been, just literally burying this whole idea of Ronda going to WWE, is porn star Mia Khalifa.
Oh, yeah. Dude, she is like, dude, why is she so popular? I don't get it. Like,
Why do people?
Every week, because I follow real other sports too. I almost said real sports to piss off these wrestling fans. But I follow these other sports too, man. And Walter can attest, every week, if you're a sports fan, there's always something with this goddamn bitch, man. It's always something new that this girl says, and it's like always in your face, man.
Like, didn't she? Didn't she apparently try to slide into somebody's DMs at one time?
She tried to slide in
guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she rejects guys, and then she tries to slide into other sports. Like, she tried to slide into Juju Smith-Schuster, Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver of fame, to the DMs, and Juju Smith-Schuster said no to this dumb bitch. But a lot of the athletes like to try to come to her for whatever reason.
She's a porn star, dude. They know that's easy lay right there. But the point is, again, listen, I think it's ridiculous. Again, listen, I guess it's ridiculous for someone who gets slammed on by literally half of the Detroit fucking Pistons from 04, if you will, to criticize, again, whether people call it a sport or not, of people putting their bodies on the line. Okay? It is what it is. Again, this is not the first time, won't be the last time. It's going to continue happening.
Why do people listen to her opinion, though? Like, who cares what she has to say?
Because she's on Complex, dude.
Huh?
Because apparently, she's on Complex.
Yeah, I see she's on Complex because no one watches that shit. like, why is she? I'm like crazy. Like, she doesn't do porn anymore. I think she just does random shit. But at the end of the day, people are just gonna either troll you or, try to hit you up, and then you try to play the victim. Like, she's just a fucking mess.
I know. But again, the idea of Ronda competing, I think, again, listen, obviously they want their ESPN moment. They're gonna get the ESPN moment. They're gonna get it.
Don't they always get it?
But
no matter what,
Ronda,
dude, the coach helps them out, man.
The coach is still there.
They want their Fox Sport. They want their Fox Sport moment. They want their ESPN moment. They want every moment, pretty much.
I thought the coach left ESPN.
Oh, dude, he's the baller, man.
Big baller. The coach.
Everyone else may be leaving ESPN, but not the coach.
I know. So I'll tell you guys what. Let's take it to the streets right now. Let's get a couple. Going on. Your thoughts on Ronda Rousey. Your thoughts on Sheamus. Your thoughts on, again, what we mentioned, the Woken Matt Hardy, guys. Give your thoughts right now. 718-473-0813. The phone lines are officially open. All right, get some rapid fire going here, okay? Your thoughts on all this as well. I don't know if you guys caught this or not as well, but as you all know, Ric Flair is an idol for everyone, right? Ric Flair is like the legend, right? For everyone. And a couple weeks ago, there was an announcement. I guess he teased it that he was going to be doing a song with Puerto Rican rapper. Walt, I'm sure you heard about this as well. The Bad Bunny, right? Did you see the song, Walt? Did you hear it by any chance?
He's doing a music video with Bad Bunny.
So he did a music video with Bad Bunny. It's called Chambea, right? Here's the thing about it, okay? I've said on numerous times on Facebook, on Twitter, that listen, I'm not the biggest Bad Bunny fan, okay? I think for what it is, his music is okay. It's not fire or anything like that. There's people that I guess that are into his music, which is fine. It is what it is. I just think his name is stupid as hell. Bad Bunny. Like, well, Chase, would you take serious a rapper that's named Bad Bunny?
I mean, there's a bunch of shitty rapper names, so I don't really care, to be honest, about his name. His name doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Yeah, but his name is Bad Bunny. Yeah, Bad Bunny. So he does a song with Ric Flair. Okay, he does a song with Ric Flair, and just amazing how much hate this song is getting from not just people, wrestling fans, yo. Just the hate is just insane. And I say it because I feel like, okay, if this was just a regular hip-hop song with, like, Lil Uzi or Lil Yachty, no one would frown on it. No one would say, oh, how bad it is, how trashy, how crap it is. Or if this was, like, a rock song, no one would, but because it's a Spanish rapper, there's Ric Flair, oh, my God. Anything about it, the song itself, it's bad. But it's that bad. You know that song that you hear that you get annoyed by, right? But they play it constantly, that it's so annoying that you start knowing the lyrics and shit like that. I'm sure we all heard that song. Like Despacito is one of them, right? For example, Despacito is one of them.
I don't know. I like that. I like Despacito.
Despacito.
Stop playing it. I'm so glad.
They still play it for me. I forgot what song is like. It's kind of like, what's with these new, like, oh, we gotta put some Spanish in our song.
Yeah, now they have every like new Spanish song as a top hit for some reason. I hear on like some radios. I'm like, am I listening to Spanish radio? I'm pretty sure it's English.
J Balvin,
yeah, like,
right?
J Balvin has a bunch of songs that are mixed with the English shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So Bad Bunny's gonna be one of those guys. I already see it. I already see that happening.
Good for him. You know, anyone that's hating on him, good for him.
No, I actually like Bad Bunny. I don't.
Okay. He's okay. I'm not saying
he's getting up there. Yeah, all his songs won't mesh with everyone because it's just not everyone's style. But he's trying, and I heard some people say he's the next Daddy Yankee. I say, chill out. Chill out. You ain't gonna get to Daddy Yankee's level yet. Yeah. Daddy Yankee did Despacito and all that, so.
Yeah. All right. 516, you're on there, man. What's up? What's your name? Where you from?
Oh, Sam, you remember? Hey, what's up?
Sam, how you doing, buddy? How you been, buddy? How you been?
Good, working a lot. Good, working a lot for holidays, you know.
I believe it, man. I think all of us are in some way, shape, or form, man. At the end of the day, guys, again, go out there, buy a gift for your loved one, your families out there. Remember, it's holiday season, guys. It's the season to be jolly. So, Sam, what's on your mind, buddy? What do you want to talk to us about this week? What's on your mind, man? Let us know.
What do you think of that final battle card?
Well, I'll be real with you. I haven't bought a ticket yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going or not. I haven't really seen the card. Haven't seen the card necessarily. But I'll tell you what. Let's get into the card. Let me find it right now. ROH final battle. I know the main event is Cody versus Dalton Castle. I know that's the main event.
Yeah.
Wait, for the title?
Yeah, for the title.
Oh, God. Well, he's not losing because like no way they would go to nobody's going to Wrestle Kingdom fighting Ibushi for nothing, you know.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
So let's look at the card, okay? Let's look at the card here, okay? We have Cody versus Dalton Castle, Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer versus the Briscoes. Did the Briscoes go heel? Both Mark and Jay.
Oh yeah, they turned heel. They turned heel, and they turned heel.
Okay.
No.
Keep this in mind. I haven't watched Ring of Honor. I want to say since the last time I went to World of the World. Me and Ring of Honor. You think about it. I'll still watch Ring of Honor here and there, but me and Ring of Honor since 2015 we hit a split, if you will.
Yeah, I'm over like the only reason why I kind of do watch it now is because like the deal with New Japan, honestly.
Yeah. We have Kenny King versus Punishment Martinez, which I think is a stupid name. I'm sorry. Punishment Martinez is a stupid name.
Wait, who's that?
So he's this giant, like, imagine if Taz was Hispanic, pretty much.
Okay.
But this guy does.
That's enough for me.
But this guy does athletic maneuvers, shit like that, okay? But honestly, I think his name should just be Punishment, not just Punishment Martinez. That's just me, of course, okay? Versus Shane Taylor and Silas Young. For the TV title, by the way, Fatal 4-Way. You have Jay Lethal versus Marty Scurll. The Addictions, Christopher Daniel.
Wait, so Marty Scurll's no longer the TV champ?
Nope. Now it's Kenny King.
Take it off him?
So he lost the belt from
Kenny.
So here's how it went down. So Kushida beat Marty Scurll for the belt.
Okay, you're saying his name, but you're saying Kushida like I know who the fuck he is. Who is he?
He's from New Japan, the Super Junior.
Yeah.
He has that Back to the Future gimmick, Marty McFly, if you will.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
All right. I lost interest.
So he beat Marty Scurll, and then I think at one of the pay-per-views, I think it was the 13th. I think it was All-Star Extravaganza. I think it was. Kenny King beat Kushida in Vegas, pretty much. So after this, we have the Addiction, Kazarian Daniel versus War Machine Hansen and Raymond Rowe. Matt Taven versus Will Ospreay. That's an eyebrow to raise. Motor City Machine Guns versus.
Wait, they're back?
Yeah, dude. They're back.
Motor City. Motor. I thought Chris Sabin retired.
Nah. We got the Motor. Keep this in mind, dude. They are the ring.
I am watching one match so far. From this.
By the way, dude, they are the Ring of Honor tag team champions. They are facing best friends.
What? They're the champs.
They beat the Young Bucks. Yeah, they beat the Young Bucks.
When?
When did
I
they
would
beat
have
the
thought
Young
about
Bucks?
this.
What the fuck?
What was this?
I want to say back in September, right? September, I think it was. All-Star Extravaganza.
You think? Oh, it was no.
September.
Suzuki. That's what it was.
Where the fuck have I been, dude? Oh shit.
I didn't know.
And they're facing best friend Beretta and Chuck Taylor, by the way.
Oh, that's a good match.
I know. We also have here. You have the Hung Buck, which is Adam Page, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, who are currently the ROH 6-man tag team champions versus Dragon Lee, Flip Gordon, and Titan. And of course, the main event is Cody Rhodes versus Dalton Castle for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I'll be honest, I might go. I am not sure yet. I say that because the last thing I want to do is leave that show at the end and rush my ass back home because I have to be at work Saturday morning at 5:30 a.m. You get what I mean?
Yeah, have to be at work next. Yeah, I get it. Have to be at work at 8 o'clock the next day.
Like I'm going to smack.
Also, Steven, there's no Omega. I mean, why would you go to the show without Kenny Omega? You know.
Well, again, they're building that up for Wrestle Kingdom. He saved the strength, you know. Chase, your favorite wrestler, Kenny Omega, has a big match with Chris Jericho. He apparently. Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh yeah, dude. I actually that Wrestle Kingdom card minus the main event and who the fuck it like Conor McGregor? Who the fuck is Tanahashi facing? Holy fucking shit!
Oh, dude, Jay White. So the story with Jay White.
You might as well have just thrown Chase Owens into that match against Tanahashi. With Jay White.
We'll throw the wrestling bear in that match, to tell you the truth. But
I'm just being serious. You could have thrown anyone, man. Like seriously, who the fuck is he facing?
Okay, so the story with Jay White is, 2 years ago, he was a young lion in New Japan, right? And as you know, Chase, since you were at one time in the dojo in LA, right?
Yes.
We
weren't called young lion. We were just scrubs.
Okay. Were you, when you were there, did they have you travel eventually, like go out for like a year and a half?
No, just California events. We never traveled. Only the Japanese guys got to travel to Japan. We weren't allowed to. The American white people. We just went to like NWA Hollywood events and stuff. We just went to like events in California and whatever events they held.
All right. So
the furthest I ever traveled was Portland, Oregon.
Okay, so with Jay White, he was a young lion he's from New Zealand. They had him go abroad. He was tearing up on the indies to sort of capacity. Again, if you're a fan of him or not, it's up to you, really. And now he's back, but now he's going at this gimmick called Switchblade, Jay White. Okay, imagine what would happen if Kenny Omega went on a fucking diet. Just picture that, all right? If Kenny went on a fucking diet, that's pretty much Jay White. I guess so.
Look,
to an extent, but
yeah, kind of does.
That's literally now Jay White, and now he's going to face Hiroshi Tanahashi for the Intercontinental. Again, I think that's kind of a head scratcher, in my opinion. To me, it's a head scratcher. To me, it's like, out of all the guys you could have Tanahashi wrestle, why Jay White? You mean to tell me
Jay White?
You mean to tell me you couldn't do Tanahashi versus Evil? You mean to tell me you couldn't have done Tanahashi versus Ishii? Tanahashi versus Hiroki Goto.
What's Ishii doing at this event? He has to be doing something, right?
He's probably part of. He's probably.
Somebody put him with this thing at Suzuki.
Yeah, he's probably like in some 6-man tag match and stuff. But no, Wrestle Kingdom actually looks. Like I'm sorry, dude. I think this is the first year ever where New Japan has to say it. And then maybe this. I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, this is the gaijin talking, or this is a white person talking. Well, this is, and I'm not gonna deny it. They need to not make. You can't do Okada versus Naito as the main event. I'm sorry, that is just a terrible main event. I'm being, and everyone's telling me, but Chase, you just don't understand Naito's journey and his way of, honoring Bushido. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. He won the New Japan title already. I don't care. He won it already. It'd be different if Naito never won the IWGP title, but he did. And that's where sometimes I just don't think fans understand. Like, I'm sorry. You can sell me all the Naito bullshit. I honestly think Omega versus Jericho should be the main event, in my personal opinion. And that's more of a match that, well, it should be. Like, honestly, like that Jericho is a bigger name than all your New Japan guys. They can do the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z, and they still won't be a bigger name than Chris Jericho.
He probably will be. Honestly, I personally feel, again, I personally feel that the main event might end up being Jericho versus Omega. It has to be either way. Can you think about this, right? Apparently,
I don't know if Caller is a huge New Japan fan, but what do you think about the what's it called? This? Do you think that Jericho versus Omega should be the main event, or do you think they should stay by the hashtag Bushido tradition and the real net Piro and have whatever it's called, the world title be the main event? What do you think, sir?
What do you think, Sam?
I think Omega and Jericho's the main event, honestly. I don't know. There's more mainstream appeal, So we'd want to trying to get more of an American audience, Try to get more of an American audience,
That would be the
smart. Need more of you have to fan. What do you think?
Fair enough. Again, what's crazy? I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but back in 2013, right, when Naito won the G1, right, the story was, hey, he was supposed to face Okada for the title, right? And the main event, the Tokyo main event, but at the time, the big feud was Tanahashi versus Okada. So what did they end up doing? They ended up doing they had to do a voting poll. And people had to vote what would be the main event at Wrestle Kingdom that year. Would it be Okada versus Naito or Tanahashi versus Nakamura for the Intercontinental title? And Nakamura versus Tanahashi won a majority vote. So Naito was bumped from the main event with Okada.
Yeah, that's why I kept the story in the IC title belt.
Yeah. I mean, there's a YouTube channel. I forgot what it is. And it pretty much describes the whole story of Naito.
Oh, yeah. His name is really Real Neat Piro. That's why I make fun of that channel so much. That guy is like, you want to follow a New Japan
Showbuckle?
No, his name is Real Net Piro. That's like literally his fucking YouTube title is like Real Neat Piro.
No, there's another channel called Showbuckle. It tells you the fall and rise of Tetsuya Naito. It's a 17-minute long video. It talks about when he won the G1. Yeah, I do. You gotta watch when you get a chance, just for the fuck of it. Okay?
Why? No, I don't need to watch it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care about fucking Naito, dude. He's overrated. I'm sorry.
How dare you? Dude. How dare you?
I mean, I don't get, like, if this was a Bushi or Ishii, I'd be more into it. Dude, it's fucking Naito, dude. Who cares? Yeah. People forget he's been in this situation before. He already won the title. There's no story. Fuck him.
Fine. It is what it is. But we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, Sam. Anything else you want to discuss to get your thoughts on real quick, man? Before we let you go.
moving out of my parents' house.
We at your parents' house, okay?
Yeah, moving
where you
out.
going to? Where you moving to, bro? Out of state, out of town, out of state, out of the country?
The same. I'll be in I'll still be close to them, but I'm just gonna get my own place now. It'll be nice.
By yourself or with your lady?
Nice.
I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. It's not gonna be full, and I don't know yet. So I'm saving up money for it now.
That's a big step, dude. That's a big step. How old are you, man? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24 now.
Dude, that's a big
24.
step, honest. I'm 27, dude, and I'm running out my mom's basement. I ain't gonna lie. No shame in admitting that for my case, but
At least it doesn't matter if you're paying, dude. That's what I always tell people: pay money. Who cares? Exactly. I pay to live with my parents.
I just paid $450 right now. I just paid $450 early this morning. My mom to fuck my rent, but dude, that's a big step, dude. Congratulations, dude. I hope that you enjoy this journey that this is. That hey, you're moving up on your own. You can always go home for dinner. All right, I'm sure that they'll never deny that. Okay. But again, dude, just enjoy it, dude. Have fun, and welcome to the real world now, man.
You say? Yep. The new world. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I'll figure it out. It'll be fun. It's gonna be fun.
You should play Cody. You should play the fucking Fortune. What was that theme song from the Legacy theme? It's a new day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's a new generation.
It's a new generation. Man, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy, Sam. Hopefully I'll see you final bat if I end up going. All right, buddy?
All right. Talk to you. See you later. Bye.
Peace out, man. Good for him, man. And you know what? That's always good here. Like, I guess for a lot of folks, like, we always hear this whole thing. Yeah, I'm ready to move out. Yeah, I'm ready to move out. My mom's house, shit like that. But when it comes down to do it, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people are afraid to pull the trigger. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're comfortable where you're living, well, obviously you can't get too comfortable. Eventually, we all probably have to move our own ways. But if you don't necessarily need to move out, there's no need to really do it,
I know. We're going along here. I'm sure, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but on the network, they announced on Monday a new show after Raw called Straight to the Source with Corey Graves. You guys watch it? It had Roman Reigns in it.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Dude, it was just like the one he did with the Hardys. It wasn't a new show. It's a show already.
Well, again, I barely go on the network. I think I'm going for NXT pay-per-views, okay? But the point of the matter is, okay, people are the big thing that they got from this. Oh, Roman claimed to be the best in the world now, and people, you know how they are, man. You know how people.
Why can't be okay? Literally, if Kenny Omega says, I am the best wrestler in the world, everyone's like, it's great that he has confidence. I love that he has confidence. You should have confidence. Also, Roman says, I'm the best in the world. Believe that. Everyone's like, oh, how dare you? It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you guys are such Roman Reigns. Like, I'm sorry, dude. The Roman Reigns hate is just fucking overrated and stupid now. If you hate Roman Reigns for give me a legit reason why you hate him. If you give me a legit reason for hating Roman Reigns, fine. But otherwise, dude, y'all are just finding new ways to fucking hate this guy. The guy literally, like, he said it best in that interview. Honestly, who has better pay-per-view matches than me? Literally, a lot of Roman Reigns pay-per-view matches are watchable and have been fucking good. Okay?
And not for nothing, like, yo, and again, we're not trying to, and again, I know we're known as that podcast that's pro-Roman, which is fine, it is what it is. I'm probably going to get, we're not being slammed by the hate and shit like that. Bless us, right? But the point is, though, you look at Roman's year thus far, Roman versus Taker, Roman versus Cena, Roman versus Braun Strowman, all those matches, hey, they got you watching. They lifted your eye up and shit. And not for nothing, they're very good matches. So again, I feel like, again, this whole notion that, the hate, like, yo, listen, it's been 2 years already, okay? And they're not going to, and again, listen, whether you like it or not, the big dog will close WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans against Brock Lesnar.
It should be AJ and Shinsuke. They deserve it so much.
No. It should be Adam Cole. Adam Cole, babe. Adam Cole deserves it, yo. Deserves it.
You won't even be sniffing the NXT title.
No. It should be a freaking who just came up to the main roster right now? Shinsuke Nakamura, he deserves it right now. I'm like, what?
Well, he might get. He's one of the favorites, I assume.
Yeah, from what I've been hearing,
to win the Rumble.
From what I'm hearing,
no, they're gonna have him win it just so that way people can deflect the hate off Roman, and then it'll be wrong. Because Roman and Lesnar, you can set that up without the Royal Rumble win.
Exactly.
It's kind of like Rock and Cena a few years ago. WWE made that mistake because they couldn't find a way for Cena to face the Rock any other way. You could have just had it where they no, seriously, they were just like, oh, how do we have this match happen again? Twice in a lifetime. We can't just do it twice in a lifetime. Fuck it. Whatever.
903, you're on there, buddy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Weston, how are you, buddy?
Oh, it's Weston. I haven't talked to this idiot in a while. How you doing, Weston?
Good, man. Well, how about you guys?
We're good, man. We're relaxed here. We're talking about stuff here. Talking about the hate of Roman, and still in 2017, is 2 years old, and unfortunately, people still are still living in this bubble. Apparently, still.
And he lost a lot of matches this year, by the way. Exactly. Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll say what I said back in 2015 or 2016. If Roman Reigns wore kick pads and did super kicks and did 450 splashes, all right, or came out of the New Japan dojo, or came out of the Ring of Honor dojo, or had a match in CZW, which I think is a shit fest. Okay, I'm sorry, it is. He would be the most loved guy.
How dare you? Leo Rush is a CZW champion.
Well, look,
look at their best prospect. No one really likes Dean Ambrose.
But
the funny thing is, I was talking to a guy that's not a big Roman fan, and I was talking to him. I was like, "So who do you think's the breakout star of 2017?" I said Braun Strowman, and then he went completely left field. He said Roman Reigns, and I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, he's the breakout star," and I'm like, "But he kind of broke out like 1 or 2 years ago when he made it at WrestleMania." He's like, "No, see, because basically he likes him now because he's in the Shield." And he was basically said that.
That's like everyone's like, oh, I like Roman in the Shield. It's the same fucker. He does the same shit. He does the same ooh-wah. He does the same Superman punch, and he does the same spear. Like seriously, like it doesn't matter. Like in out of the Shield, he's the same. Same with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the Mushmouth brothers. They're the same.
Ooh-wah. The big dog, Roman Reigns, baby. I'm the big dog. Corey Graves is everywhere by 90215. Blind hate. UK title. LOL. Oh my god.
I think you guys were talking about the New Japan thing, like what should main event. I actually made a video about it almost as soon as the Jericho Mega match was announced, and I said, yeah, dude. I said, there's no way. Like, here's the thing. Knowing that it's New Japan, I can see them thinking that maybe Jericho and Omega should have main event. But I think it should because, like, literally, it's like, one of the biggest matches in recent years that everyone's genuinely excited for. And like Chase said, dude, like, let's be honest, a lot of the, like, American, hardcore fans like me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of a unique specimen of hardcore, I guess. We just don't give a shit about Naito. Especially like Chase said, he already had this freaking chance, like, I believe he said he won it or whatever. Like, who really cares? Like, I even talked to my friend Ed, who's a big Japan guy. I'm like, oh, so is freaking, do you know if Jericho and Omega is getting a main event? He's like, no, dude, they're gonna have a fucking probably Naito and what'd you say, Okada?
Yeah, for the title, for the IWGP World Title. Anything about it, we don't even know yet. In a perfect scenario, yes, Okada versus Jericho should close the show. But I guess
Okada versus Jericho, that sounds way better than this Omega versus Jericho.
Omega versus Jericho. Wow. I'm sorry, okay. Omega versus Jericho should close the show. Yes, because again, they're the reason why the shit's selling out. Apparently, the ticket sales went up almost 70% when the match was announced in Japan.
Well, yeah, because people forget, dude. Last year, as much as people want to talk about how great Omega versus Okada was and how awesome of a match it was, and it was 6 stars by the great hateful lies of Dave Meltzer. People forget that was one of the worst selling Wrestle Kingdoms ever, and they had a terrible crowd. And at the end of the day, New Japan is like WWE. They are a business. They care about how well their business is doing. And that's why they got a Chris Jericho to come and help out this and not save, but help out New Japan. Because New Japan's still big. Like, they still drew in a good crowd. It just didn't sell out the Tokyo Dome like they're used to. You know, that's like, you know, like, that's why when people start posting like pictures of WWE and their crowds being low, you got to look at the cities that they're going to. And I know it's not defending I know it sounds like I'm defending WWE, but then again, it's like you're trying to compare the Tokyo Dome to like fucking Asheville, North Carolina. Like, you really think Asheville is going to sell out all the time? No. That's all I'm trying to say. But like, when it comes down to it, the Tokyo Dome, and especially when you're New Japan, and out of all the freaking companies, you are the big dog. You are the big company. There's no company better than you. How in the hell are you going to try to defend yourselves that you guys didn't do anything wrong? Like, you know, that you guys are doing good business. You're not. You're struggling. And that's why, what's it called? That's why they have Chris Jericho to help business. And that's, like you said, you know, you got to go with the big match. The big match is not whatever idiot's name is versus Okada. And you guys know me. I'm a big Okada fan. I'm a big Okada nut hugger, whatever you want to say. But, yeah,
Okada reigns. Okada reigns, man. Okada reigns. Say no.
Okada reigns. Okada's been in every fucking main event, I swear, man.
I know.
Is this like his second or third straight main event, like for the Kingdom?
Or
for Okada?
Fourth, right?
Fourth?
Nah, yeah, it's 4 because I've watched the previous Wrestle Kingdoms. He's always been in the main event.
Well,
him and
as far as I
Tanahashi
remember,
and fucking Omega.
Yeah, if you want to go back to Wrestle Kingdom 9, I mean,
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Steven, real quick. So you're telling me the hardcore fans hate Roman for main eventing like back-to-back WrestleMania like 2 years in a row, but Okada, it's like, oh, you got to understand.
Yeah, pretty much, Weston. You got to understand, Weston. It's Okada. It's New Japan. Like,
it's
New
Okada
Japan is,
Kazuchika.
you can't compare New Japan to WWE. They do nothing wrong, Weston.
Know,
you don't.
right?
You just don't understand.
I know, right?
Yeah,
They
it's
did
like the
nothing wrong.
main event is literally 4 WrestleKingdoms in a row. Well, okay, almost 4. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
it's 4, right? Because he went. It's him and Tanahashi back to back, right?
Back to back.
Then it was
Omega.
and then it's Okada Omega, and now it's Okada Naito.
Reigns will tie that record. Roman Reigns will tie that record.
What Reigns is 31, 32, 33, and now 34?
Yeah, Roman Reigns, man. He's the main event star.
No, but yeah. Like, Steven, is there another Wrestle Kingdom Okada main evented beforehand, or is that what it's 4 in a row for him, right?
If I remember correctly, let me go back here. I would say I could be wrong on this.
The 2 Tanahashi matches back to back.
That was 9 and 10.
But,
this will be 11 coming up with Omega. This will be the 4th one.
yeah. Has he main evented other Wrestle Kingdoms beforehand? Like, because I know him and Naito got bumped because they weren't quote unquote ready. AKA Naito wasn't ready.
Yeah, Naito wasn't ready for that one. So yeah,
It was Okada's fault. It was all Naito. Yeah, so yeah,
Naito's
he's been in 4 main events in a row, dude, and that's yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
What a guy.
Another thing that you guys were talking about was freaking who should win the Royal Rumble. And to be honest, the 2 guys that I would absolutely go ape shit for winning the Royal Rumble, I mean, absolutely mark out, is either Jeff or Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
If Jeff Hardy comes back, yeah.
I was watching Slug Daddy's video. He said John Cena. Like, he said John Cena should win it. I'm like,
no.
Here's the
Wow.
thing about... If I was talking with Slug Daddy, I'd be like, here's the thing. I understand that, and I actually wouldn't mind that, to be honest. But, it just wouldn't feel special if John Cena won the Rumble. If anything, it would be kind of lackluster. You know what I mean?
I mean, almost every winner is kind of lackluster recently, so
Yeah.
it's might as well get Cena winning that getting that third, fourth. I don't know how many Rumbles he's gonna win. This is his third probably if he wins, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, that'd be his third. Holy shit! Yeah,
Exactly.
Dude, no, honestly, I always forget that. Like, when when Batista came back and won the 2014 Rumble, I almost forgot that he won the 2005 Rumble. I'm like, oh wow, Batista finally got one, and then it's like, oh wait, he won in 2005. Or like Orton this year. I always forget Orton won in 2009. Like, it's like you always forget sometimes these Royal Rumble wins that, and it's funny too. All these like established stars are winning the Rumble, dude. They're not making new stars with the Royal. The last new star they made was Reigns, and he didn't even win the goddamn his match at Mania. It was Mushmouth Rollins.
Honestly, if they want to make a new star and if they want to shock the world, the guy that now that I think about it, the guy that will absolutely make me march out, and it would make sense, especially if Brock Lesnar's going to hold the title till WrestleMania, is Rusev winning next year's Royal Rumble.
Oh, Rusev's Day.
Rusev Day. Rusev Day.
I don't know, man. They kind of fucked up Rusev a little bit.
I don't know, man. I mean, listen, honestly, the talks of them in this tag team match, or guys are champions, if they're smart, I'll put the belts on Rusev in English.
No, do not ruin. No, don't ruin the momentum the Usos have.
It's Rusev Day.
It's Rusev Day. Yeah, Rusev Day.
They're about to fuck up the Usos. I know the Usos are gonna lose the titles to someone bad. They're gonna lose to those Harper and Rowan.
It's Rusev Day. I'm gonna stop. Yeah.
That's a joke. Sooner or later, or whatever. I don't like to say their tag team name, but Harper and Rowan, they're gonna fucking win. They're gonna probably beat the Usos.
No, dude. Down since day one ish. It's down since day one ish. Yeah. It's not Uso. It's a paranoia. Rah rah rah. That's literally their song.
Well, Chase. Speaking of our favorite wrestler Roman Reigns here, apparent breaking news here. Roman Reigns has successfully defended his IC title championship at Abu Dhabi and earned the respect of Triple H in the process.
Earned the respect.
Wait. Did Triple H and Roman Reigns fight for the IC title?
Yeah, in Abu Dhabi. So they're
They
doing
what
the fuck?
Title? Are you kidding me?
Wait, and they didn't give the belt to Triple H?
Nope.
What the dude? This company just doesn't know what's best for business, man.
It's okay, dude. It's
for real, dude.
Chase, it's okay. Chase, it's okay because I guarantee you today, somewhere in India right now, Triple H is gonna help establish the young talent that is Jinder Mahal.
Oh, dude, the modern day Warfest.
Is he really gonna lose to Jinder Mahal? Oh my god!
I mean, think about this, right? He's not an India's champion right now. So, who's to say, right? I mean, hey, okay, Jinder, you're not the champion. I'm gonna give you this favor. I'll put you over.
Dude, why does Abu Dhabi? See, that's like a house. That's a legit match right there for a house show. Why does Abu Dhabi get that, man? Like, if I went to a house show, I'd be getting like fucking Jack Swagger and R-Truth in a dance off. Like, and Abu Dhabi's getting like Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the IC title. The fuck? Like, I swear to God, man, dude. This is why I know that sounds terrible. I wish I lived in these countries like Abu Dhabi and India because they always get these fucking ballin' events, and I'm stuck with these like jobber fucking events, dude.
Chase, dude, I was just about to say the same thing. Like, why do all these house shows and freaking international shows get all the good shit, basically? You know what I mean? Because like, it seems like every week or so, oh, Brock Lesnar is at a house show or Triple H is there. It's like, come on,
South America.
Yeah, it's like put these matches on the pay-per-view or something, dude. Like, you know how mad I would freaking march out to hear that Triple H is basically Roman for the IC title at like even
dude. Like, and even then, like, dude, I'm serious. If I'm like some kid in Abu Dhabi, I'm thinking that Triple H is winning that shit. I'm not gonna think Roman Reigns is gonna win. Like, get the fuck on out of here. You're trying to convince me that the big dog is gonna beat the game? Nah, man.
Damn, Triple H could have won the IC title again.
I know. That's what I'm saying. How cool would that be? Like, think about it. Triple H just comes out. He's like, yeah, you thought I was done, but I'm now the IC champion. And then like you can have a match with Care Bear at Mania for the IC belt. Sounds like fucking money to me, but I don't know, dude. WWE doesn't like making money, so fuck them. I don't know, man.
Literally, that would have been that would have been Roman Reigns' best opponent to lose against Triple H. Who the fuck is Roman gonna lose the belt to?
Yeah, exactly, man. He loses to Triple H, he loses to the fucking Game, dude. Who else is he gonna lose to where it's like believable, man? Like Cassius Ohno, no. Fucking Jason Jordan, no.
Aleister Black, man.
You know what? Aleister Black's on my good terms list because him and Patrick from Tough Enough had a great match.
Word, they did. They tore it up.
Oh, did you guys go on? I know you guys say you don't go on the network, but this is actually a funny little list. So the network put on their match of the year candidates. Do you guys want to hear what the WWE network thinks is their match of the year candidates?
Sure.
What?
All right, so I'm going to. I gotta load up the network on my Xbox One real quick, but you guys can. It's gonna. But I was literally looking through this, and some of these matches, I just could not believe were on this list. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. So this is the match of the year 2017, guys. All right.
It's not the Lex Man, right? I'm just saying, it's not the Lex Man, right? Holy shit.
What do you mean, the Lex Man?
It's not his list, right? I'm just saying, it better not be his list.
Wait, he made a list?
I'm just assuming he didn't make a list or anything. If anything, that fucker did like a 36-minute video, the pros and cons of Roman Reigns, or I guess do like parody and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So one of the matches on here, obviously, John Cena versus AJ Styles.
Ooh, forgot.
Yeah, dude. And so then moving on forward from 205 episode 11, and I know you guys probably watched this, TJP, Cedric Alexander, Jack Gallagher, and two other jobbers in a fatal five-way for a chance at the Cruiserweight title. Yeah?
205 live?
Yeah. Randy Orton versus Luke Harper on the SmackDown. Oh, no, at Elimination Chamber. It looked like SmackDown. Charlotte versus Bayley, Raw Women's Championship match. Yeah.
Whoa.
Nah.
All right, you guys are okay. This one, so far, the only match that I named match of the year contender. It's so far, and this is legit. This is literally on WWE's thing. I'm not making this up. And then we have a triple threat for the NXT tag team titles: the Revival versus DIY versus the Authors of Pain. NXT Takeover Orlando. That was a good match. Would you guys say so?
Yeah, that was a good match. Yeah.
Yeah. And then at WrestleMania. Now, I'm saying WrestleMania. Which match do you think they put as your match of the year from WrestleMania?
Jericho and Chris Jericho.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Jericho and Chris Jericho.
My bad. Jericho and Kevin Owens. I'm sorry.
Okay, Walter, what do you have?
Shoot. Can't be Shane and AJ, but I'll say Shane and AJ.
Well, it's neither of those matches. It's the Beast Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That 5-minute match.
Yeah, dude, it was a great. Yeah, apparently, it was a match of the year to WWE. They also have a triple threat from Raw. Do you guys want to try to guess who may have participated in this triple threat? Just name any 3 Raw superstars from May that probably were in the company from May 1st of 2007.
May 1st. What?
2017.
Roman Reigns.
No, not Roman. I don't think Roman's in that match. May.
Braun Strowman, and I'm gonna say, I don't know, The Miz.
Oh yeah, Strowman, Reigns, and Joe. I don't fucking know. That
sounds like a good match. This was instead Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Finn Balor.
What? Oh my god!
I'm not making this list up. This is a legit thing. So then they have also Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne 2 from NXT TakeOver Chicago.
That was a good.
That was a good match.
That was a really good match.
And then also they also have DIY versus the AOP and for the NXT Tag Team titles in the ladder match. That was good, right? You would say so.
That was fire.
But also, too, guys, how can we not forget the instant classic that Randy Orton and the modern-day Maharaja put on at Backlash?
That's a match.
Yeah, it's a match. How dare you? Huh?
Was that the Punjabi prison?
No, dude, it was the not even, man. It's the Backlash match, like before the Punjabi prison.
I was about to say the Punjabi prison. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I was one of the rare people who actually liked that match. But if it's not, then
that match was too long.
Then the Fatal 5-Way at Extreme Rules we have.
Okay.
Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe for the first time. Bayley, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax in a women's gauntlet match. The SmackDown Women's Money in the Bank on SmackDown, not the actual event itself.
Wow. That's bad.
The last woman standing match between Asuka and Nikki Cross. Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ Styles versus Chad Gable.
Wow.
Steven, how do I say Cien Lopez's name again?
Andrade Cien Almas.
Okay, Cien Lopez versus Johnny Wrestling from Brooklyn. That was a good opener, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
The Usos versus the New Day from the pre-show of SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, that was a match.
Lesnar versus Reigns versus Care Bear versus Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Big Show versus Care Bear in a steel cage. Some women's match from the Mae Young Classic that I can't tell who these two women are because WWE just labeled it Navigating the Storm. So I'm guessing Tony Storm.
That must be the first match.
Yeah, it's Kairi Sane versus Tony Storm. Okay, and a head-to-head memorable bout. It's called Navigating the Storm. It's pretty.
I don't remember much of those matches, and I watched that tournament.
They have this match from, I believe it's No Mercy that I went to. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the Mushmouth Bros, taking on the Bar.
Okay.
Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell. And then finally, the greatest match of all time, Kalisto versus Enzo Amore, Cruiserweight Championship Lumberjack match. I'm not making this shit up. It's titled No Room for Amore on the WWE.
God, that's terrible. Dude, why? I heard they're doing a 205 live tour. What the fuck? They're going to those shows.
Who the fuck are these? Dude, like, honestly, I don't even think Steven would go to these shows. And Steven loves his 205 live.
Hell no.
I like it, especially at the ending.
So, yeah, that's crazy. Damn, that's just all over the place.
It just shows how shit this year is, I think. God damn.
Yeah.
I'm actually running low on battery, so I'm just going to say the last thing that I wanted to say, and that's the fact that I was watching the NXT show with my friend, the last takeover or whatever, and he saw Cassius Ohno for the first time, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then, right as he's about to enter the ring, he asked me, he's like, so I've watched wrestling in a long time, but they have characters, right? And I'm like, yeah, like, well, is his character is going through a midlife crisis, or...
That would actually be a good character, to be honest. That'd be funny.
Midlife crisis, oh no. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, you're supposed to be, you know... Oh no, I guess.
Oh no.
Well, he wore fucking jerseys and shit. I don't fucking. You would think he'd be. He's fucking some type of midlife crisis. I don't know, man.
So imagine that I'm wrestling a fucking singlet. Just imagine that for a minute. If you had to wrestle a fucking singlet.
Dude, they should have just said like, "Hey, dude, here's a T-shirt."
Yeah.
They like Kevin Owens do it.
Yeah.
I'm being dead honest. I literally thought CN, whatever his name was, his last name was Lopez. I didn't know it was Albert. I was surprised when he beat McIntyre. Yeah, Galloway.
I
Whatever.
lost my shit. Not for nothing, dude. I'm gonna say because I watched the following episode of NXT. Like they had Soul Celebration, right?
Well,
I'll be real
girl
about.
is hot. Lena Vega.
Yes, Tia Trinidad. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
there
this
you go.
right now.
Lena
I think honestly, yo, I think Almost would do a better Del Rio than Alberto ever did. I'm gonna say
Well,
it
as
right
long
now.
as that's as long as Lena Vega is still with, like, I hope she never goes like, I want to be a women's wrestler and shit. Like, no, just be this very good associate of Mr. Almas. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, she'll be a wrestler eventually. That's what they always
God.
do.
Oh, I'm tired. I see enough women's wrestlers, dude. Like, we have too many of these idiots, and some of them are not appealing whatsoever, man. Like, I'm sorry. Who are the other members of the Riot Squad? Like, what is their gimmick? What is her gimmick anyway?
Sarah Logan's very cringy. I don't know why they
You know what
her
it
up
is?
there.
You know what it is, dude. I think her character is intended to be cringy, just the way she talks. I'll give you an example. Jason Jordan, his promos are cringeworthy as a babyface, because the notion is this guy eventually gonna become a heel. So why waste our time to make him this strong babyface when we know the heel turn is coming any minute now?
Heel turn. He's pretty much a heel. No one cheers for that guy.
I know that, but still,
I am a legend of greatness. I come out to the nateness. I'm like, what is this fucker coming out to, man? Like, dude, no, I mean, dude, this guy, dude, like, I'm serious, man. WWE's gonna be like, yeah, this was our plan all along. Get this guy hated. Ha ha ha. No, it wasn't your plan, dude. This guy is literally, like, I think honestly fans would like hate him more than they hate Reigns right now, because this guy literally just, like, seriously. And do they tell him, hey, because I don't remember Jason Jordan being this nasally, man. Like, every time he gets from, Dad, come on, Dad. You gotta believe in me, Dad, come on. Like,
nah, you know what's funny, yo?
dude, he's so nasally. Like,
you know
when
what's
did he
funny,
become so nasally?
I know it's funny, dude. So we're on Twitter, right? And so after he had a match with Roman, right? You see the whole, he's in the locker room, right? You know, he wants one more shot against Roman, right? And Kurt just goes off on him and shit. And on Twitter, I'm like, yo, man, Kurt Angle just went disciplinary father on fucking Jason Jordan, yo. Should have done this shit years ago. I'm like, oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I forgot.
Yeah, dude. And poor Chad Marshall and Benjamin, what a waste of a return for this fuck.
Yeah, they got
man.
Shelton
It'd be like, yeah, dude, he's just pretty much replacement Jason Jordan. Like, literally, this is literally like the world's greatest alpha that I'm watching with him and Chad Gable, man. And poor Chad Gable too, man. This guy's like, I'm not saying like make Chad Gable a single star, but feature him more, dude. Like, the guy's hilarious on the mic, and he's actually very charismatic. And it's like, they're not doing anything with Chad Gable or Shelton Benjamin, and that's a shame, because these guys are, you know, at least in my opinion, interesting characters, or could be interesting. I don't know. It depends on what you guys think.
Exactly. I hear you, man. I hear you. What we talk about this? Oh, so let's get some Impact. Because apparently, I don't know if you heard.
I thought we were going to talk about some MMA, dude. What the fuck? Now we're talking about Impact.
Real
dude,
quick.
What the
So apparently,
I mean, I'm down to talk about TNA, but you said, we're going to talk about UFC today too.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get into that in a little bit. Then we'll take some more calls that people still want to call in and shit like that. So apparently, there's talks that Bobby Lashley, EC3, and Eddie Edwards, their contracts are about to be up, and they might be on their way out.
Oh, rep TNA or Impact, whatever
man.
that is.
I mean, honestly, dude, Bound for Glory was one of the weirdest shows I've ever watched in my life. I'm not going to say it's the worst Bound for Glory. Nothing could beat BFG Japan or what's Great Muda's promotion called again? Wrestle One or whatever?
We forgot. Shit.
No,
yeah,
Chase,
dude.
The wrestling, Chase.
What a terrible promotion.
Chase. The wrestling was good, though, Chase. The in-ring was good, Chase.
Dude, that show is so forgettable.
All right, America Dracula. Yeah, no, dude.
Bound for 2015, when Matt won the belt. Remember that in North Carolina?
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was very weird.
Just to vacate it for that tournament.
Yeah, they vacated it because they didn't TV tape any time with him holding the title. That's why they made him vacate.
Yeah. So,
oh shit, we didn't think about this in advance. We didn't realize that we should give Matt Hardy in his home state fucking title. Fucking idiots. Yeah. But yeah, what's going on with TNA? So Lashley could actually be free for once in his life.
pretty much eventually. I mean, so is EC3. Now, apparently, from what I'm hearing too, there's talks that WWE is interested in Eddie Edwards. And I say good.
What?
They're interested in Eddie Edwards out of all those three people.
Yeah, I mean, they could be wrong. There's talks of EC3 as well. Don't get me wrong, but I think if anyone is Eddie Edwards.
Like, I feel bad for EC3. That guy's like, maybe he'll come back like 5 years from now, but like not right now, dude. He has like no stock whatsoever. I want to hire EC3. I'll be like, because like literally his gimmick is great because he plays off the fact that he's Dixie Carter's nephew. No Dixie Carter, no good EC3.
Yeah. And not for nothing, too, I feel like he overstayed his welcome in TNA. I'm going to say, I feel like the guy just overstayed his welcome.
Overstayed? He's not doing anything now, isn't he?
Well,
what is he really doing?
I didn't catch him. Here's the thing about it, I haven't watched Impact in, like, I want to say post Bound for Glory. Not because, again,
oh, man.
It is just depressing as all shit, okay? I'm sorry. I love Eli Drake. I love Eli Drake. I think I'm happy he's the fucking world champ.
Isn't like Chris Masters his bodyguard?
Yeah, like his Chris Adonis, yeah, some shit like that.
Chris Adonis, oh my god.
It's crazy because
Chris Masters his bodyguard, right?
It's crazy because I was supposed to meet Eli Drake tomorrow. I was supposed to meet him at WrestlePro, but I'm not gonna go because of work and shit like that. And I'll be dead. So there you go with that. But what I was trying to say though, in essence though, like again. Just the thought of, hey, this guy, Eddie Edwards, is crazy, right? How in 2013, 4 years ago, he had a WWE tryout with Davey Richard as a tag team. They offered him developmental, both Davey and Eddie. And Davey was so into going to TNA and not WWE. So Eddie had to go too because of Davey and shit. And now he might get his opportunity.
Yeah, 205 Live.
Yeah, so you know what? Honestly, I don't think so. I think, if anything, he'll probably go to NXT.
What?
He'll probably do NXT.
You don't think
he's going straight to 205 Live. There ain't no NXT. There's nothing. It's straight.
No, listen. I'm gonna say this right now. If there's anyone from the three that should go straight to the main roster, is Lashley. Lashley should go straight to the main roster.
Can you imagine a Care Bear? I want a challenge, and then fucking Lashley comes out, and then like everyone's like, "Oh my god, a real wrestler for once in their lives! Holy shit, dude!" Like, that'd be great.
And he comes out to the old.
You know, I'd be marking the fuck out. But,
he would come out to his old theme song.
He has to come out to the old theme song.
They have been calling your name. That one, the one where he's like,
the black tight, the black boot, the black wrist tape, everything.
There's a storm in the distance. You better take cover now.
I forgot that lyrics in this song.
Yeah, dude. That cloud is better do your path. You better watch out. Yeah, there'll be a hell in the car. The sinners will die. It will blow you away. It's gonna be Judgment Day. Something like that. Like it's like the fever will be rising and the temperature's drying and it's too late to run now. Cause heaven be calling your name. That's literally a song, dude. It's great.
I know, but this the
yeah, dude. I'd be marking. What's Eddie Edwards gonna have? I'm a jobber. 205 Live.
I don't even know, dude. We'll see. We'll see with that. But also in the news as well, they brought in.
Wait, they still bringing people in?
They brought in. There's a debut.
So they hired Scott D'Amore and Don Callis as executive vice presidents of Impact Wrestling.
Dude, they keep bringing in these old TNA. Like the last time you brought in someone that was related to TNA, he went to rehab. This place is making people crazy. I'm just saying, man. Jeff Jarrett is in rehab right now because he tried to save this stupid company. Jim Cornette, you know it's bad when Jim Cornette, who has all these ideas of how to bring the moon to professional wrestling to the moon or some shit, this guy gave up on TNA. He didn't even want to stay for this shit. So you telling me now, you bring in Scott D'Amore, who I know only from Team Canada and screaming and being fat. And then who else did you say, Steven?
Don Callis, the commentator from New Japan, the English commentator, along with Yeah. The guy that's responsible for bringing Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega to Wrestle Kingdom, pretty much. That same guy. I know.
So no wonder why this idiot got an interview with Jericho on his podcast. But anyways, yeah, no, dude, this like, I'm sorry, man. Is TNA, are they still a Canadian-based company, or are they going back to America?
Well, technically now, Chase, I'm gonna say this right now. Ring of Honor is not officially the number 2 promotion in America because now TNA, or whatever you want to call them, they are now a Canadian-based company.
All right, good for them. That's the best move that they could do, honestly, and that's good. Like, I know everyone's gonna be, like, shit on it, but that's like the smartest move that they've done in quite some time, dude. Like, good. I'm happy for them. Like, I know a lot of people thought I would shit on this, but no, I'm glad they're now just a Canadian-based company because now they can focus on this Canadian market, which obviously they have more fan interest, than they do in the Americans. So yeah, good for them.
Oh no, dude! Remember, they pay fans. Remember, Chase. They pay fans. Remember, Walter.
You know what, dude? They could pay me anytime to watch it. No, honestly, I'd probably leave, dude. I'd just be like, no.
I give him money and leave. Give him money and leave. Fuck out of there.
I would literally go like, yo, is there any beer here? Are you guys paying for my beers too? Send my check straight to the beers because I need at least 4 of these teams to survive this taping, man. So literally, they'll be like, all right, guys, we're gonna tape our match for Explosion. I'll be like, Explosion. I'll be like, the fuck is this shit? Get up and leave. I'll just be like, no, dude, I'm good. Yeah, dude, Explode. How dare you, dude? You didn't. Are you not paying attention? They still tape Explosion, yeah, man. The best show ever, dude.
They tape one night onlys.
Oh, of course, that, man.
They take one.
That's like okay. No, literally, one night only is their money chain right there. That's literally like the only thing that's worth a damn.
So what they do now as well, they're doing these things where they're taping matches from they had in Mexico in the Crash promotion, AAA, also the Smash promotion in Canada. So they'll post matches from those shows and they put into the show to carry on storylines and shit like that. I don't know if you saw this video. There's a video.
Dude, I wonder if you're a wrestler for TNA. Are you just fucking confused of what your storyline is and shit? Like, if you're like, just think about it, dude. You imagine like you take like 3 months worth of shows, and then you come back right after not being there, and it's just like you wrestled other promotions for 3 months, and like, all right, EC3, you ready for your big blow off match with Bully Ray? He's like, oh, fuck, I'm still doing that.
I will say this, dude. I will say this.
Well, there's nothing to say about that promotion. I think we've said enough.
I know. Let's move on to the MMA news now. So, this past Saturday night was UFC 218 from Detroit, Michigan. And I thought the card, it was okay for what it was. For what this was again. I thought the only fight that I thought disappointed, in my opinion, was Cejudo versus Pettis.
Oh yeah, dude! I thought those two should have went balls to the wall. They didn't.
And you know what's crazy? I fell asleep on that. I fell asleep.
Everyone did.
I fell asleep and I woke up just in time for the main event. Like you had Bruce Buffer introduce both fighters. Oh, good, just in time. And then you saw what happened. Poor Aldo. I'm gonna say this right now. If Jose decides to fight again, it has to be at 155. I'm sorry. I do not want to see him fight at featherweight again. What about you, Chase?
Yeah, he's done enough in the featherweight division, and like people need to. I think people are like so like, and this is not me because I'm not a Max Holloway fan coming in, but I think people are just not understanding. Those all took this fight on short notice, man. Like, yeah, he just lost to Max Holloway. How is he going to have like a game plan to beat this guy? That's what I was saying. Like, I knew Holloway was going to win because, one, he's the better fighter at this time. But two, you're trying to tell Jose Aldo to have a game plan to beat a guy who just whooped your ass like 3 months ago. Yeah. That's like so hard. That's so hard to do, man. And, all respect in the world to Jose Aldo. He's a good fighter.
Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famer, all you want.
Oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest featherweight of all time. There's no one there's no one like as of this time, like Max Holloway, Conor. If he would have kept fighting the division, could have easily surpassed him as well. But he's great. But yeah, I agree with you, man. He has to fight at 155. It's kind of like you hit your ceiling at 145, and honestly, I feel like his legacy will just keep getting hurt at 145. I feel like it's time for him to try 155 out and see what happens there, because we look at RDA, very successful guy originally at 155. Now he's at 170. Yeah, he's now at 170. He's kicking ass. Bobby
he's
Knuckles,
tomorrow, right?
the middle.
He's fighting tomorrow, right?
No, next week.
Okay, he's fighting next week.
Tomorrow is Swanson versus Ortega. Okay. Yeah, no. Next week is Lawler versus RDA, which is going to be a good fight. But yeah, sometimes you hit a wall in your own division, and it's just time to move up or move down, and it helps you out. I mean, look at John Dodson. Granted, he could probably face Demetrius Johnson 8 million times. Doesn't matter; he's not going to win. And he's moved up to 135, and he's still doing well. And Bobby Knuckles, he hit the Stevie Wonderboy wall at 170, realized, hey, maybe I should go up to 180. And you would think to yourself, man, if you can handle yourself at 170, how are you going to handle yourself at 185? And now he's the middleweight champion of the world. That's where it's like moving up in weight and moving down in weight, if you can, it helps out a lot. And really, to be honest here, I feel like with Jose Aldo, it was just helping out a lot, going up to 155, having an extra 10 pounds. I mean, look at the Motown theme on Kevin Lee. He's going to be fighting at 170 soon because he just can't make weight anymore at 155.
Yeah, is he really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy in my opinion. But I'll say this though: end of the day, if Jose can just go up to 155, if anything as well, listen, get a couple wins, and who knows, maybe get the Conor fight if Conor decides to fight again. I don't think he will, but
he ain't gonna let the Conor fight. Come on.
Who knows, dude?
Conor's not even gonna fight. I think. What's he trying to fight? Manny Pacquiao?
Oscar De La Hoya, dude.
I was trying to fight the Irish Mob, man.
Or the Mob, word, yo. Fucking Conor, dude. Fucking fighting the Mob. Also, on that show, we also saw the uppercut heard around the world. Fucking Francis Ngannou.
Dude, him and Stipe, man, they're going to kill each other.
Dude, honestly, dude, I'm going to say this right now. I think Stipe finds a way to get the win.
No, I'm a big Stipe fanboy, so I'm going with Stipe to win.
I think Stipe grinds it out. I think he grinds this shit out, takes him down, grinds this shit out.
Dude, no, he's staying on the feet, man. He's giving the fans a show.
But, dude, the way he dropped over, that's a highlight right there. Like, holy shit. Like, dude, I shit you not, dude. I rewatched the fight because I fell asleep, so I missed the fucking fight, right? I literally thought that Reem's head went to the fifth row. Like, when he hit the uppercut, that's the type of knockout where if you're Reem, and I love Reem, don't get me the fuck wrong, he should not fight anymore. That's it.
Yeah, he's done everything he could, man.
Yeah, Overeem's washed, I think.
He's done. Chase, I feel like your mic cut off. What were you saying, Chase? You already cut off a little bit.
No, I agree. He's done, man. He's done.
It's over. Like, holy crap. And you know what? At the same time, dude, again, if you're the UFC, you want Ngannou to win. Because you want to attract now the African market. You want to do shows in the Congo. You want to do shows in South Africa. You want to do shows in, where's he from? Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
You want to do shows, a UFC event in Zimbabwe or Zaire, like Thrilla in Manila many, many years ago and shit like that. My bad, not Thrilla in Manila, a freaking Rumble in the Jungle. My bad. But you get the gist, okay? If you're the UFC, you have Ngannou win, you know what market you're opening up. And I guarantee you, if he wins the fight, if he beats Stipe, his first defense will be in Africa. Not a bad thing, but I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen.
They'll probably do it. UFC loves their immediate rematches, man. So it'll probably be like Stipe versus Nagano too, or something, because they love doing their immediate rematches. I swear, man. That's like UFC's favorite new thing: immediate rematch.
You're gonna see Stipe going to Africa wearing a dashiki. It's gonna happen. I'm just saying. You're gonna see Dana White at the press conference rocking a dashiki. It's gonna go down. He's gonna be the new. Also in the news here, unfortunate news here. GSP had to vacate the UFC middleweight title. Former UFC welterweight champion George St. Pierre became middleweight champion of the world at UFC 217, submitting Michael Bisping in the third round. Now, just 31 days later, GSP giving him his belt. As a result, the interim champion Robert Whittaker is now the official title holder of the division.
Just like that.
Just like that, man.
Well, that makes sense. Didn't they do that with Daniel Cormier too? Isn't he still now the light heavyweight champ?
Yeah, he never lost to John Jones, man. That loss was null and void.
He's still the light heavyweight champ.
Yeah, he never lost.
I mean, but it's one of those things now. Again, you knew it was gonna come though. Even if GSP didn't have this illness that he has right now, you knew it was gonna happen. You knew he would not defend that belt.
No way he was staying there.
So that being said,
he saw highlights of Yoel Romero's dumbass, and he was like, "Nah, dude." Because I think honestly, he would have beat. In my personal opinion, I think he would have beat. What's his face? Bobby Knuckles. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, no way, but like he had people. I think people. I'm just being honest. I think people slept on GSP during the Bisping fight a little bit too much.
Me too.
Bisping did not look good in that fight whatsoever. Like GSP made him look super fucking bad. Like GSP, that was probably the best performance in GSP's career, in my personal opinion. Next to him beating Matt Hughes for the welterweight title for the first time. For the first time when he beat Matt Hughes, not that when he challenged for the first time, but when he beat Matt Hughes. You get what I'm saying? Like GSP looked great. And like you can't tell me Bobby Knuckles would have beat him. Now Yoel Romero, I think Yoel Romero would have killed GSP, dude. Like RIP GSP, like
fuck yeah.
Like GSP, there'd be no "I'm not impressed with your performance" memes. They'd be like, "Oh shit, I just got my ass kicked by Yoel Romero" memes.
Yeah, you think about it, right? Listen, GSP's a legend, all you want, but I guess him fighting now with the upper echelon of that division, like the Robert Whittakers, the Yoel Romeros, hell, even the Luke Rockholds, okay, Chris fucking Weidman.
I think he could beat Rockhold, and I think he could beat Weidman. Weidman's look like trash, dude.
You think he beat Jacare? That being Jacare. That being Jacare.
I don't know if he could do his wrestling against Jacare. I don't know, Jacare, dude. He's been inconsistent. Jacare's fighting the Black Beast, Derek Brunson. So facing Brunson.
The one that lost to fucking Anderson Silva in Brooklyn. That same Brunson.
Huh?
The same.
Yeah, dude, that lost to the GOAT. Yeah, Anderson Silva didn't want to put him over, dude. Anderson Silva's like, I'm not ready to put over Derek Brunson. Boom. Silva needs to start with these PEDs, dude.
The niggas cheated.
I'm happy. This is the big sport. I want to thank Ed Soros, Dana White, Milton Guerra, Chael Sonnen. I don't know.
But, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happened with that. But other than that, I mean, listen, MMA right now, the big news as well is apparently Nate Diaz apparently stepping away. Apparently he is teasing a boxing transition.
Oh.
So apparently they offered him a fight, I guess, with let me see what this shit says. Apparently Nick Diaz updates from the man himself, and a few and far between the latest and only raised more questions. On Friday, the UFC star went out to tweet, which he claimed they offered him a title shot in any weight class. But rather than accept the proposal, he is moving on to the next sport for now. He then added a pair of boxing glove emojis to complete the message. This is what the tweet said in quote, UFC offered me a title fight in any weight class. I'm cool though. I'll give them a shot when they do something good. On to the next step now. Boxing emojis. So who's to say? Hey, maybe if Conor decides to keep on boxing, that trilogy will be in a boxing fight.
I think Nate's. I don't care about who he fought. He just wants to fight Conor. That's the only fight that you care about.
I know that.
I fight, I'll give him money.
I'm gonna give him money right now. Yeah.
Why can't the UFC just pay him $15 million, dude? Like, how hard is it? Everyone's like, oh, it's pretty hard, Chase. No, it's not, dude. This is $1 billion corporation. They can't just pay him $15 million.
It might get paid, man. I'm surprised, motherfucker. I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised, motherfuckers. I'm surprised. But we'll see, man. Well, again, it's just one of those things right now. Again, you would think by now we're going to see the third fight, but it ain't happening anytime soon. But I don't think, honestly, Conor's fighting ever again. He's not.
In the UFC?
No, Conor's going to fight again, man.
Maybe,
what else is it?
Because I'll say this right now. I'll say this. If Conor were to go back to featherweight, he would mark. He would literally mark Max Holloway. He'd be.
Yeah, when you talk about that's the 2015 era, this is the blessed era.
We're in the blessed era now, man. It is what it is, man.
It is, man. Dude, I think it could be Ferguson too, honestly. But Kevin Lee's hands were like landing on Ferguson. Like unless Ferguson could take and people forget Conor has pretty decent takedown defense, man. Average takedown defense. I don't know where you rank Eddie Alvarez as a wrestler, but he's a pretty good wrestler in my book.
Yeah,
and Conor was able to stuff some of his takedowns. So.
Josh, you saw his fight with Justin Gaethje, yo? Holy shit, the body shots.
Dude, Justin Gaethje, that dude fucking a zombie. Dude, he don't care, man. Like that guy's career is gonna be short, man. But dude, if there's a card with Tim on it, that's like a must-watch fight. Whatever fight he's doing, dude, because that guy's just entertaining. Like I'm not saying he's a great fighter. There's a difference between being a great fighter and being entertaining. That dude's just entertaining, man. Like he don't give a fuck, dude.
He's like Mike Brown pretty much. Mike Brown, again, entertaining fighter to watch. When you see him fight, you know he's gonna be a war, pretty much.
Yeah, no, dude. Like that guy's good. That guy's fun to watch, man. He's really like, dude. He took like so much shit from Eddie Alvarez, and honestly, he could have won that fight too. Like that knee, if that didn't land as flush as it did, and he was fine afterwards. Like 10 minutes later, like not 10 minutes later, but like 2 minutes later, got up. He was like, "Yeah, man, it was just one good shot. That was it."
Yeah, man, absolutely. But we'll see where this goes as well. As far as pay-per-views go right now, I guess they got 219 coming up. I believe that's John. That's is it 220, 219, or is it DC versus Baltimore?
No, 219's home versus.
Oh yeah, Cyborg. Yes, that Cyborg versus Holmes. That's be an interesting fight as well. I don't see Holmes winning that fight though. To be real true, I don't see.
I don't think anyone does.
I don't think anyone does right now.
Hey man, she can shock the world like she did one time. She did it once before. She can do it again, and it's in her favorite time of the month to do it.
Buster Douglas, yo, Buster Douglas. Mm-hmm. She pull it off again. The Buster Douglas of MMA.
She could, yeah, she could, man. Cyborg's chin is not to be known the greatest, dude.
I know. We'll see though.
Who else is spy on that card?
Let me find out. Let's get the card here. Let's get the card here right now. UFC 219. God damn it. Let's see here. Getting late too, so about to wrap this up.
Afterwards, I gotta ask Walter about Ben McAdoo.
Okay.
McAdoo. Oh God, those words.
That's right, Big Daddy. Big Daddy Walter, man.
McAdoo was the.
Okay,
about that guy.
So oh shit! Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have Cyborg versus Home. You have Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Edson Barboza.
Oh yeah, I'm not holding my breath. That's happening.
Yeah,
like literally, like it's exciting to see that fight to be named Barboza versus Khabib. But man, dude, I'm not holding my breath, man. I can already just see the reports now. Khabib pulled out of the fight. They're finding a last-minute opponent for Edson Barboza now.
Breaking news, guys. Jose Aldo will step in to fight Edson Barboza at UFC.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. I'll just be like, okay, dude, cool, dude. Fuck yeah.
Breaking news of Motown phenom Kevin Lee stepping in. Oh, shit.
Him and Anthony Barbosa will fight at 170 or some bullshit.
At a catch weight of 175.
No, catch weight at like 164.5 or some bullshit.
You have Jimmy Rivera versus John Lineker. That's going to be a good fight as well.
That's going to be good.
Cynthia Calavillo versus Carla Esparza. Carlos Condit versus Neil Magny.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's a card.
Oh, man. This is a card. Dan Hooker versus Mark DeCassi. Kamaru Usman versus Emil Weber-Meek. Louis Malka versus Mateus Nicolau. Miles Jury, holy shit, versus Rick Green. Martin Vituro versus Omari Akabuf. And Kylie Rotney versus Mikhail Oli Shoot. All these Russian people they're bringing in now. Holy crap, yo. These Polish, Russian names they're bringing in now.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many of them now. Should be fun. Now, let me look at 220 now. Now let's look at 220. UFC 220. I'm curious now.
I know it's like DC versus Ovechkin. But Ozdemir, whatever his name is. I can't say his name, dude. His name's so hard to say. I know it's one of those fights.
Here you go. We have okay. So it's to be announced. So it's to be determined. So apparently, keep this in mind. It's in Boston, right? It's in Boston. Apparently, Cormier. Yeah, TD. Apparently, Cormier and Ozdemir are labeled in the co-main event spot. That can indicate that it's official. Stipe and Ngannou are fighting on this card at the main event.
Oh, is that like what they're saying on the Wikipedia?
Oh, well, they're not saying Wikipedia, but they're saying it on Breaking News on the MMA Fighting page, whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, that could be.
You have Bokanag versus Davis. You have Qatar versus Burgos. Ortiz versus Pantoja. And so all these Tyson Tebow fighting on this card, too.
What the fuck? He's still around?
Yeah, man.
Tyson Tebow, man. Jesus. That dude needs that needs to retire, man. That guy needs to retire, dude.
Yeah. I think this show is fun. I think it's best we just wrap the show up now because I have to be at work at 5:30 a.m. and
that's your problem, not mine.
I know.
I still have to make fun of you for your girl. What was her name? Joanna Champ? Or what? Joanna knocked out?
Oh man, you want to tap out?
Shit.
You want to sleep, Steven? You want to go to sleep?
Johanna tap out? Johanna? Hey,
you wanna bitched out? You wanna
the boogie woman is coming.
All right, yeah, you wanna be scared, homie?
Shit, man.
Couldn't even beat Rosie's streak.
Word, yo. She was close.
That's what happens when you're close, man. No cigar. Anyways, Walter, this is more important before we sign off. How do you feel that Ben McAdoo, the man who likes to shit his pants after eating Chipotle, is finally no longer the coach of the New York Giants? And what do you feel about this season as a whole for the New York Giants?
Oh, shit.
Well, it is the greatest feeling that coach is finally fucking gone. He was just a product of the team last year. He didn't do shit to get us to the playoffs. As far as this year, wow, what a depressing ass year. Like I don't think anyone I know Giants fans definitely didn't expect this year. Neither did anyone else to be literally to have the second pick in the draft right now. Could end up still in the top 5. It was just fucking weird, I didn't expect this shit at all, but. It's just sad. It's a pretty depressing year for sure.
Yeah, but it's good now that Ben McAdoo is no longer. I'm sorry, man. That guy sucked, dude. He was just the worst coach ever. He looked like like I always use this analogy. He looked like one of those guys who didn't wipe his ass. Like he just really took a shit on the toilet and pulled up his pants, and he was like, "Well, that's call it a day."
He never took the blame for pretty much anything. He would throw anyone under the bus. Throw Eli under the bus.
Yeah, dude. And now Eli, and granted, I hate Eli Manning because he's a piece of shit. Should be my quarterback right now. No, he is. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. But it's okay because I have a great quarterback named Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, he's
I don't give a fuck.
He's arguably better, maybe.
Right now, yeah, he's arguably better. He's better than anyone. So Yeah, you know, fuck Eli, fuck the Giants, and fuck Ben McAdoo. All right, Steven, now you can wrap up this show.
All right. Here we go, guys. We thank you all for listening to us live this week. This podcast will be available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, also over at the TuneIn Radio. You guys to download, listen to this podcast.
What happened to Spreaker? What happened to Spreaker Radio?
Spreaker's been dead for years, dude.
He's been dead for years? What the fuck?
What the fuck? I thought we were still on the Spreaker.
SoundCloud no more too. Hey man,
Wait,
sometimes.
Yeah,
we gotta cut costs, man. We gotta cut costs here in the good old podcast.
Man, Steven, we don't even have the Patreon anymore. Jesus.
I have Patreon no more. Not no more.
Cutting costs for that.
Yeah, dude, we weren't bringing enough money, man. Dude, we should probably ask the Lex man how to do it, man. He knows how.
God bless me how to do that, yo. Well, guys, listen, you gotta start praising Daniel Bryan, okay? But
all right, that ain't happening anytime soon. So
I know, right? Yeah.
Heel turn Daniel Bryan.
That'll be like the ultimate heel move, dude. I'm surprised we didn't talk about those silly reports about Daniel Bryan could be coming back, and then him teaming up with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That was like the most indie.
Oh my god!
You know how you know how you read shit, and then you're just like, man, that's the most like independent fan booking I've ever read in my life. That was the most fucking indie thing I've ever read in my life, dude. When I was reading this these dudes going like, oh yeah, man, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's all ploy. Daniel Bryan's gonna come back and hit Shinsuke with the running knee and help Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn win their tag match at Clash of Champions, and then they're gonna team up with each other. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. Anywho, also, dude, tomorrow, Chase, is Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. Has to be in the yeah, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Guillermo Rigondeaux.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Boxing tomorrow. Boxing. Lomachenko.
Lomachenko's fighting.
He's fighting.
Yeah.
Because when he fought like last month.
Yeah.
What the?
Gonna be on ESPN. Gonna be on ESPN.
You're doing a quick turnaround. The only boxing fight I care about is those two undefeated heavyweights that could fight each other soon.
Anthony Joshua and
freaking
Bomb Squad or the Boomer, yeah,
the British guy. The British guy. What's the British guy's name?
Yeah, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua.
No, he's the British guy.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a good fight, man. That's gonna be a legit fight. Both those boys are entertaining as hell, man.
Yeah, dude. My boy actually did an interview with him, Deontay Wilder. That is fucking amazing.
Deontay Wilder is humble as hell, man. Yeah, no, that guy is like. It's such a shame that more guys like him aren't being promoted in boxing, man. Because like honestly, he would be like, he's a star, man. It's such a shame. Like I think he's a star, but it's a shame that like most people are not attaching to him. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you all for tuning in live this week. You can follow the Team Hill Podcast on Twitter at Team Hill Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven. And if you're on the channel, hit that sub button down below. Give this big old thumbs up and share this throughout your entire social media platforms out there. Okay, cuz.
Yeah, well, keep it short. Follow me on Twitter at HeyI'mWalter. And yes, just sub to Heel Steven before he falls asleep. So.
Word, dude. All right, Chase, what about you, man?
Follow me on Twitter at Chase68, YouTube.com if I ever upload again. Chase Oliver. I'm becoming like Walter. I just do whatever.
Becoming the Walter, man. Yeah.
No, it's just been with school. I've been busy, guys. Don't worry. Expect a good effort during WrestleMania season because that's like any time you want to get big into YWC, start posting shit during WrestleMania. Pro tip for you there, brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
All right,
brother.
yo. We'll be back next week for more, guys. This has been episode 223. We are Alec Janice Titties, y'all. Peace out, y'all.
All right, I'm heading out.